when I asked you, what's the one thing that has brought you the most peace of mind and the most bandwidth lift in your business over the last 90 days, this is what your answer was.
Part of what we've implemented at my branch and on my team, just to give you a lift. So if you're anything like us, everyone's looking for processors, everyone's looking for production assistants. Of course, we want someone with experience, but very hard to find. We were finding that when we found people, a lot of times they would just renegotiate and stay where they're at. And so we came to the conclusion that we really needed to cultivate new talent if we wanted to. If we really wanted to make this business sustainable, we had to bring young, sharp, aggressive, fresh people into the industry. And so, what we've done is we've taken entry-level people and made them complete tasks that would give the rest of the team a lift. And so, one example in our branch, and we're trying to lather, rinse, repeat, but that person would come in and simply like the task of organizing loan documents. So borrower sends you a bunch of stuff, whether you're using software or not using software, it always has to be combed through. That I just offloaded to this person who immediately would just perfectly label it and put it in a central location, so that if my team or myself had to go in and take a look at that loan, it was like income, here's this year's tax returns, last year's tax, assets, all of it was like completely dialed in. That one thing alone gave my team such a lift. And it's just simply organizing loan documents. Anyone can do it. That's a taskmaster, that can completely put that thing together. So then we started looking for anything in our system where with a checklist and proper training, a very sharp, intelligent person could do that. And here's what happened. When bringing that person in to execute, this list, more and more things were piled on, and more and more things were taken off of me, off of my team, so that the net effect is that it gives your people more time. And also the learning curve in this particular case was like 6 months until one of my loan officers promoted this person, and now they're a production assistant. They know a lot about loans. Why? Because they probably saw 100 to 200 loans in that 6-month time frame, simply by organizing docs, asking questions. Why do we need this? It gives someone who has a desire to get in the industry a very quick education on the basics. And so for us, it has been a lifesaver. And so now we're piloting a program. We're trying to hire 2 or 3 of these people at the same time who are going to execute a certain amount of tasks. And so if you said to any loan officer right now, hey, Mr. Loan Officer, if for $100 a file or $150 a file, I could give you someone who would perfectly organize all of your loan documents and upload all the loan documents to exactly match the AUS and disclose all of your loans and order the appraisal and open title and escrow and send an intro email to the client. Now, this person has no knowledge, but they can execute a checklist perfectly. How many loan officers are going to say no to that? I mean, I would take another one right now. I would do it over and over and over again. And it really has been such a capacity lift and such a blessing. And I think it's just a really, it's incumbent on us to start developing this new talent. What say you, Tim? Danny?
Well, so actually we're running a little bit tight on time. So I do want to actually share for everybody that's listening that Mark has generously offered to actually share a document that walks through the checklist that he's describing and actually gives some strategies on how to leverage this person.